Hallo und willkommen, Germfam. This video is sponsored by the Get Germanized Wir sind eine Familie shirt, the Germfam shirt. Link to the merch site in the video description as always. In this video we're going to talk about Cologne. Me and my friends Eve, Sergio and one of Eve's friends have visited the city not too long ago during Easter time in Germany, Ostern. And well, we're going to present you some facts, show you what we did. Hopefully gonna have fun. Enjoy.
I am bored. What should I do?
Ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
So that's where he's got the mask.
Cologne is a big city, but how big exactly? Well, at the end of 2016, it was counted that Cologne had about 1 million inhabitants. And it covers an area of about 405 square kilometers. It has 9 major city districts and about 86 smaller ones. Cologne lies in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, or North Rhine-Westphalen as we say in German. You all know the Cologne Cathedral, this massive, beautiful Gothic church. If you were to build that today, in these days, it would cost over 10 billion euros. 10 billion, how crazy is that? I mean, you can understand it, how massive it is, how detailed and intricate it looks. So it is understandable, but still, a lot of money. If you've ever walked across the Hohenzollernbrücke, the bridge, then you've probably seen all these little padlocks, and you've probably also asked yourself, like, what is up with that? Well, there's an explanation. It is supposed to be very romantic. Couples put little padlocks with their initials on there, and by now I think they weigh, all of them, over 15 tons. I wonder if someday the bridge will give in, or if someone is responsible for checking how many there are and then removing some, because that might get messy at some point.
Coffee cups and cigarettes laying around the room. I don't mind a little mess, just wanna stay with you, and we'll do anything that we want today.
The next fact is pretty cool, I would say, because not many cities or not many countries can say that they have such a thing. The Köln-Bonn airport is one of the very few emergency landing sites for NASA space shuttles. How cool is that? Just imagine, wow! I mean, hopefully nothing happens to the people inside, but still, wow! Space shuttle, there you go.
Won't be scared of falling down no more. So take me away to some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh, my Indian summer, take me away.
Alright, talking about the Cologne Cathedral again. How many years do you think did it take to build it? Take a guess, an educated guess. Gonna give you a few seconds here. It took 623 years to build it. How amazing is that? And how lucky are we that World War II hasn't destroyed it? The cathedral was actually hit by about 14 bombs during World War II, but didn't fall. That's what you call strong German architecture. There are 509 steps that lead up the narrow staircase to the top of the Cologne Dome. Once I went up there, and it just was really exhausting, and when I wanted to go down again, right when I entered the stairway again, people came huffing and puffing like, really exhausted, right? And I said, wow, you almost made half. Good job. And they were like, half? No! And they were about to, I think they were about to die. But I mean, I told them it was a joke. If you're religious, this might be interesting to hear, or even if you're not religious. Cologne is one of the very few holy cities announced by the Catholic Church. To my knowledge, the only other cities that also have this title are Constantinople, Istanbul, and Rome. Cologne Cathedral is the third largest cathedral in the world, but that is not the only thing that is special about it. Supposedly, Cologne Cathedral is the resting place of the three kings. Their remains are apparently stored in an ancient reliquary, which took artisans 10 years to make. Cologne Cathedral also has the world's largest functioning bell. Its name is Peter and it weighs over 24 tons. Cologne Cathedral covers over 8,000 square meters of floor space and can house up to 20,000 people. That is a lot of people. Cologne's own beer brand is called the Köln and is usually served in smaller glasses. So some people might think like, this is not a beer for men. But in reality, it is very strong, so don't underestimate it, even if it might be served in a smaller glass. Don't judge it by size, right? If you go to Cologne University or if you plan on going there in the future, it might be interesting to hear that there is still a 215 meter long mining shaft underneath the university. How crazy is that? Just imagine you're sitting there learning stuff and underneath there's a tunnel system with God knows what creatures lurking beneath. Time for a little trash talk. Cologne was the first city to introduce closed-off trash containers. Wow! Most people probably wouldn't think this, but Cologne is one of the warmest and most humid German cities. That is due to its location. It is positioned in a transition zone between marine and continental climates. If you're a nature lover, you will love this fact, because Cologne has over 15% of its territory covered in forests and about 22 nature reserves. And if you like carnival, I actually made an entire video about German carnival season. Well, then Cologne is the city for you, because Cologne is Germany's carnival city. Nowhere else will you have so many people that celebrate it. Not only is Cologne a very beautiful city, but apparently a very tasty city. It even has a chocolate museum. Not only will you learn about chocolate history, but you will of course also get to taste it. You'll be able to go up on the rooftop of the museum, taste the chocolate there, and also maybe drink a coffee in their cafe that is also located on top of there, and have a beautiful view over the Rhine River. Back in Cologne during the medieval times, during the witch persecution era, the city held 96 trials, and in 37 of these cases, the women were burned at the stake. Ugh. Gruesome and creepy fact. Cologne also has one of Europe's oldest perfume factories. Eau de Cologne, ring a bell? Maybe. Initially, this Eau de Cologne, this perfume, wasn't meant as perfume though. It was medicine, or at least it was sold as such. Supposedly, it was a remedy against the plague, against fainting, and bad breath. Because, believe it or not, they didn't spray it on the skin back then, they didn't rub it on there, they actually ate it. Don't eat these days Cologne, Eau de Cologne, because I don't think you can actually eat that anymore. But back in the day they did. How weird is that? And it is said that even Napoleon regularly used the Eau de Cologne. Cologne is the 4th largest city of Germany and also one of its oldest cities. There's actually a pacifier tree, a Schnullerbaum, where parents can put the pacifiers of their children after they don't need it anymore. Cologne is actually the city with one of Europe's biggest LGBTQ pride events. On the first weekend of July, every year over 500,000 people come to celebrate it. There's also a parade that talks about and criticizes current political issues. hope you had fun with this video talking about Cologne and also showing you what we did. Of course, we didn't really go to all the touristic areas because we've been to Cologne before, so we just met our friends, had fun, but I hope you didn't mind either way. And if you really enjoyed this video, consider supporting it on patreon.com/getgermanized. Follow me on my social media, Instagram, if you want live updates from my life. Well, Instagram stories are the place to go. Linked also everything in the video description. Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, got it all. Got it all. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen. I guess so. The burger at the Hard Rock Cafe was really nice. Very good, very good. And I had my first watermelon Rita, which you can see here. I have the photo for you. Haven't filmed it, but it was very manly, was it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
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 Yes, I agree.